He helps people lose everything they know, everything they desire, and creates confusion in those who think that they know. So losing everything that they know. Once again, if he helps someone to lose it, then the implication here is that we're looking at something that ought to be lost, that is good to lose. So what is it that's being lost here? It's not knowledge per se. I've forgotten how to tie my shoelaces. I don't know how to get to the supermarket. I've forgotten everything I learned at university because I was in touch with a master. No, it doesn't work that way, of course. What's being lost here is that egoic attachment to what you know. It's subverting the ego here. All knowledge that we have on any subject is limited in its scope and its understanding. Just the way things are. The problem arises when we lose sight of that fact. And we have a feeling that because everything I know is everything I know, that's everything there is to know. And so we get this arrogant or hubristic sense of I know. That is what's being lost. He says he creates confusion who think that they know. So the state of I know is inferior to confusion, because at least in confusion you've paused and you recognize I'm confused. You won't act while you're confused. But if you think you know, you'll act. You'll act wrongly. And it's when we lose sight of the fact that our knowledge is limited, that's when we are most prone to making the wrong kinds of choices. Because we don't have a recognition of the scope or the ending or the limit of our knowledge. So he creates confusion in those who think that they do know. He helps people lose everything they know. He's helping people do what they want. He doesn't say they steal away. He's helping. He's helping them lose everything they desire. Once again, desire as an outcrop of ego. Believing that you need something, but you don't. So this feeling of I know is inferior to confusion. Confusion is inferior to humility. The recognition, I'm not sure. My knowledge is limited. Humility is the gateway to wonderment, radical amazement, that childlike wonder at the expression of nature. And when we have this humility and this wonderment, we are open to gaining wisdom. So the Master leads us from I know to confusion, to humility, to wonderment, and to wisdom. How does the Master do it? By practicing not doing. So this practice not doing, it's a continuation, if you like, exploring how the leader achieves his ends. How does he empty people's minds? How does he fill their cause? Weaken their ambition, toughen their resolve. Nothing is forced. Everything is just a natural expression of their present moment relationship to the world. It's natural that if you are arrogantly assuming you know, that when you come up against someone with genuine wisdom, you'll be confused. You won't be able to catch hold of what they're saying. Their perspective won't make sense to you. They seem to speak in riddles, or they seem to speak in paradoxes. They seem contradictory. It's natural that once you realize you don't know, that you want to lose your ignorance. So you get helped from that person. They teach through their selfless action. And this toughens the student's resolve. It feeds their desire for higher values. How's it all done? Without trying to teach, without trying to weaken or toughen or help or create confusion, just by allowing their nature to naturally manifest.